Okay, we talked about parabolas being the graphs of a quadratic. And the parent function starts at 0, 0, and a lot of times we have it in vertex form. Oh, I forgot the A. And the H and the K shift the graph one way or the other. Alright, so we're going to look at other parts to the parabola, and I'm just going to do a slightly different graph of a parabola. So we have the vertex, which we've talked about, and it's either the highest point or the lowest point on the graph, and the coordinate of the vertex is going to be hk, part of the formula or the equation. So however much it's shifted left or right is the x value of the vertex, however much it's shifted up or down is the y value of the vertex. There's also a vertical line passing through the vertex that is called the axis of symmetry. And the axis of symmetry is going, since it's a vertical line, is going to have an equation. When you're asked for the axis of symmetry, you have to give an equation. It's a line, so it's an equation of a line, and the equation is always x equals h, whatever the h is of the vertex, because that's where it's passing through the x-axis. So for this one, I have a vertex that is positive 2, positive 1, and the axis of symmetry is x equals 2. The vertex is either the highest point or the lowest point on the graph, and if it's the highest point, then it's a maximum, and if it's the lowest point, then it's called the minimum. So basically, if it's opening up, then it's going to be the minimum, because that's going to be the lowest point. If it's opening down or a sad face, then the vertex is going to be a maximum. And the min or max value, the value of the min or max is going to be the y value of the vertex. Or the k. And so I have this function, and the question is going to be to find the vertex, axis of symmetry, and the min or max. Well, my vertex comes from the h and k. It's shifted right 5. That means the h is equal to positive 5. The k is positive 8. So my vertex is going to be 5, 8. My axis of symmetry is x equals 5. And is it a maximum or minimum? That's what you have to look at, okay? Is it opening up or opening down? Smiley face or sad face? This one is going to be opening down because of the negative here, which means that it's going to be a max at 8, and it's the y value that the max is at. In this one, I have the function 2x squared plus 2x minus 9. And if I'm given the axis of symmetry, at x equals -3. You're going to have to be able to find the vertex. Well, okay, I'm going to have to change that. The axis of symmetry is -1/2. And I want to be able to find the vertex if the axis of symmetry is x equals -1/2. So, since the axis of symmetry is x equals -1/2, what that means is that in the vertex, my x value is -1/2. So when I plug that in to the equation, I can plug it in order to find the y value on the graph, and I know that's going to be on the vertex, so the y value will give me the rest of my vertex. When you square a fraction, negative times negative is positive. Square the top, square the bottom. This becomes -1 minus 9. 1/2 minus 10. So I have 1/2, find a common denominator, 20/2, which is -19/2. So this is my vertex. Okay, so here I'm going to write the equation of a parabola with the vertex given and the point that's given. Okay, I'm going to use the vertex form. And I know the vertex, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug in the vertex. My h is 3, my k is 4. And I'm going to change this to y now. Okay, the fx I'm going to change to y, because now I can plug the points, the x and y coordinates of the point, in for x and y, just like we did when we were doing linears. So my y is 3. I don't know my a yet. My x is 2. And now you notice there's only one variable missing, which is the a. So now I'm able to solve for that missing variable still. And I have 2 minus 3 is -1. -1 squared becomes +1. And when I subtract 4, I get a is equal to -1. So now that I know a is -1, that's all I need in order to write the equation of the parabola, because I already know the h and k. And then from here, I could multiply it out, and I could write it in standard form, which would be -x squared plus 6x minus 5.